All right, let's talk some baseball here, guys. The Guardians had gotten off to had been playing a little better after 3 weeks of slumps. They'd won 3 of 4, including taking 2 of 3 from Seattle over the weekend. I assume, did you guys talk about Josh Naylor stuff yesterday?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, last night they lose to the Rangers. The final score 6-2. Do you guys think anybody have a problem with Parker Messick staying in as long as he did? I don't, but somebody brought it up to me this morning. He had a low pitch count, but it was really hot. And
No, leave him in.
No, I agree. I didn't have any problem.
It was not his best night, but it was fine. They didn't lose because of Parker Messick. I mean,
they did not.
Obviously, they were counting on better or hoping for better from Parker Messick. But listen, they're playing bad baseball. They just are, and that was a bad loss because you thought maybe Sunday created some momentum.
Yeah,
you're facing the Rangers basically on a bullpen game.
Right. Yeah,
and you end up just defensive gaffes, leaving guys on base again. The result is you get beat at home.
Yeah, it's it stinks because they did take the lead there for a minute, 2-1, and then they let it get away, and then. It was 4-3 going in the ninth, and so you had a chance. And who gave it up? Oh, Zabrowski gave it up.
Zabrowski got hit pretty hard.
Disappointing, but anyway, I mean, they sit a game out. I'll say we just keep saying the same thing. Nobody, the White Sox are not going to run away with this. They're going to have a chance to get Jose back. The Tigers really haven't made a significant run.
No, they haven't. I thought that they could have it down to 6 or 7 by now.
Yeah, and I know Jay said last week, the Tigers are going to win the division. I don't buy that. I think they've got to sell Tarek Skubal.
I don't.
Got to get what you can get. You can't just let them walk.
I mean, you got a month to figure it out. If they're still 10-11 back in the division at that point, I tend to agree. If they're 5 or 6 back, I think you go for it.
I don't know.
You're not going to get much for them anyway. You're not.
No, yes, you will. What are you talking about?
No, you won't. Is a rental? No, you won't.
Yeah, it's a 6-week rental.
You're wrong.
No, I don't think you're good. Look, I understand like pitching versus. Look what the Guardians, whatever you want to call them, got for Lindor. With 1 year of control left, they got Jimenez and they got Ahmed Rosario.
Yeah,
Rosario and Jimenez.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so first of all, Tarek Skubal's the best.
Agreed.
Not the best pitcher in baseball at the moment.
You'll
but he's
get
one
more.
Of the best
I don't think you're going to get this exorbitant.
You still got 4 players. The 2 minor leaguers that the Guardians got in that trade didn't work out. Hey, there was a moment where everybody thought Andres Jimenez was better than Francisco Lindor, which obviously was silly, but he had 1 year.
Hand up. I was one of those.
Yeah, exactly. So now it seems like a bad trade because it didn't work out what they got. But they still gave up 4 players, 2, including 1 who was highly thought of in Jimenez, and 2 good prospects that just didn't pan out. Whereas you're going to get top prospects for Skubal. They may not pan out.
I think you'll get 1. Like if you look at somebody's minor league, you'll get a top 2 or 3 prospect out of a team's farm system.
You're going to get 2 top prospects, and then you get 2 top 5 prospects.
2 top 5? I don't think.
And then you'll get 2 other guys. We've seen trade deadline deals. If you have a something that's a pitcher that's as good as he is, they'll pay because there's going to be a lot of teams fighting over him.
Yeah. I just
he could. I mean, for any legit contender, he could very well be the difference between winning it and not winning it.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
You look at some of these teams like that need pitchers, and there's a lot of them. That could use another pitcher. Milwaukee, I don't know Milwaukee. The Cubs need a pitcher. Their whole pitching staff's on the injured list.
The Dodgers always trade for everybody.
The Dodgers, right? Yeah. Atlanta needs another pitcher. I don't know, like trading. Then they probably wouldn't trade him to a team in the division, but not Seattle. The Yankees don't really need a pitcher. Tampa Bay on a rental might go in for 1 year.
If I'm Detroit, I'm selling.
100%.
I'm not giving anybody away, but I'm selling.
No, yeah.
Skubal's available, Mize is available. Anybody you want to call about,
right?
We're listening, and that doesn't mean we're necessarily tanking on a seat that's
Kenley
still
Jansen,
available.
Kyle Finnegan, Will Vest.
I'm putting the word out that all these guys are available for
because
there's
a lot of teams in it, and obviously the Mets have a lot to trade in terms of the deadline. They have some good pieces. But, what do the Rockies have? They don't have anything. No. A lot of these bad teams don't have anything to trade. So, they got to take advantage. They need a reset. You can't just let. I mean, if you're right and they can't get as much as they think, then maybe they will. But even if they're 6 games out, I mean, it's a bad division. They got to be realistic. I understand the American League's not that great.
And it depends on where you're at in the wild card standings at that point, too.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to risk him walking for nothing for a wild card. I just don't see
the
it.
same thing that we've been saying about this division, about the American League. The Guardians have to go for it because the American League's wide open.
Right.
Detroit's saying the same thing. The American League's wide open. All we have to
but
do
the
is get
big
in.
difference is the Guardians don't have a player that's going to walk at the end.
No,
of
I
this
know.
year.
But between Fromber, and who hasn't been great this year at all.
Yeah.
But if you're the Tigers, if you're looking there saying all we have to do is get in, and we've got Fromber and Skubal.
Yeah, they got a chance. But I first of all, I just don't even think they're going to make a run to even.
And if they're at this point a month from now, if they're 9-10 out, they probably should sell.
And even 2 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks maybe. I don't know.
Skubal pitches in Yankee Stadium tonight. That's an interesting game.
Yeah, and obviously he's coming back from injury. But anyway, in terms of the Guardians, real quick, listen, it's the dog days of summer. They're not playing well. They need Jose Ramirez back. Chase the Lauders look pretty good since coming off the injured list. Steven Kwan's having some rough moments right here. Arias, who stinks, but he at least had a good.
That was the Guardians' experience, right? The home run and then the ball to third base.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just done.
I'm so done with him.
I was willing to give him one more chance, and after he struck out 5 times in a game and gave one of these when they didn't have a challenge and didn't run to first on the drop third, I'm like, just go. I don't care what they do with them.
Yeah.
Get him off the roster.
You would bench that kid as a teenager, right?
Oh, God, yes. Yes.
I think Khalil Watson's looked pretty good so far.
Yeah.
But they need more top to bottom in the lineup, and there are some concerns in the pitching staff too, in terms of depth of the rotation and depth of the bullpen.
I mean, who's your game 1 starter right now?
It would still be Gavin, I think.
Messick's closing the gap. Messick's closing the gap for me.
I still think it's 1 year. Guy's done it for 1 year as opposed to 2. I know Gavin's had the little ups and downs lately, but I'd still go Gavin, Messick, Bybee, 1, 2, 3, and then probably Cantillo 4. Cantillo's right at the ship here.
Cantillo's been great.
It was funny because he had like 4 or 5 starts in a row where he was awful.
Yeah.
And now he's had, I think, 3 or 4 starts in a row now where he's been great.
Yeah, last 2-ish weeks.
Yeah.
He's been terrific.
He got right back on track again.
Listen, the rest of this homestand, these are big games. The guards are reeling right
now.
Yeah. They need to find a way forward here.
Yeah, especially with the White Sox coming up 4-game series starting on Thursday.
When do they see DeGrom? Is that tonight or tomorrow?
Tonight. Yeah. Great pitching matchup. Bybee's pitched well, and DeGrom's DeGrom. I mean, that's a bad ERA for him, 3.55. I'm surprised it's that high, but 106 strikeouts in 88 innings. It's just like he must have gotten unlucky because to have a whip of 103 and a
he's given up too many homers now. He doesn't really have to worry about that too much against this team.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He's nasty. He's going to be an interesting one, by the way, for the Hall of Fame. Because the old school traditional wins, which I don't pay any attention to.
Sure.
But he's got 100-something wins.
Yeah.
But when that guy's been healthy,
he's been
as good as any pitcher in baseball for most of his career.